Good afternoon, everybody. It has been a few days again since I have recorded anything since my last bits of video. Today's been very productive, as you can see. I have done the school run both ways. I've made soup for dinner and got some bread ready to bake. It's not in the oven yet, it will be in a second. Base coated a forest dude and some gargoyles, which I didn't video. Finishing up some work on some trees and a mushroom golem, which is obviously fun. It's been very peaceful. My mind's a lot less busy, even though it's busy, but it's less fuzzy, maybe. So my brain's still going full of stuff at the moment, as it always does, but it's not worrying about other things. I've kind of reduced my input streams by not having so much social, and I haven't even watched YouTube, not even logging onto the laptop since I said I was going to turn it off. Not one video, which is crazy for me because I've been watching hours and hours and hours of content. Great game of D&D down at the centre last night, reuniting with the people down there, with the group that I'd started there and hadn't been able to catch up with just yet because of cancer and stuff. And so met up with Ken, Katie, Kieran, Laura, Bibby, Beanie and Ali. We had a big game of D&D, so it was like 7 people around the table. It's probably one of the biggest groups I've ever DM'd for. But it was great fun, and everybody felt, I think, involved, although I did find myself jumping around the table trying to make sure everybody got input to the game. We played for about 2 hours and 20 minutes or so, and had a little break. It was good though. Had fun, fought monsters, pretty top stuff really. This week I also helped my friend Lou out. Went to town and met up with them and spent some time with them to give them a hand, which was cool. Nice to see them for a bit. And they gave us a lift home with Ali that day, which was nice. I did manage to finish some other minis. I finished this wood elf giant. And I finished this kind of rusty robot thing I made. I don't really know what else to talk about. Because everything is kind of in place, and I'm just waiting for my occupational health meeting, nothing is really, I can't really comment on anything or talk about anything to do with this kind of recovery process, other than I've been trying to lift a bit more. So these are just 3 kilos, but I've been lifting these every day, doing different reps, different angles and stuff, trying to build up this upper body strength again. I've also been trying to wake up early and make sure I'm spending some good time doing self-care first thing in the morning, because I think looking after myself is going to really help me have a positive frame of mind doing future things with work, with home life, with fun times, with Dungeons and Dragons and gaming and all that kind of stuff. Doing that little bit of sort of checking with yourself and doing some pampering is really worthwhile. And well, this is the ideal time for it. Today is Wednesday. The fam are down doing their rainbows and girl guiding, and I'm at home with just the boys, but they're downstairs because they are being really annoying today. They are being very frustrating. Popeye is being very demanding for absolutely no reason. He's been fed, he's been watered, everything. And he's just being a bossy little boots. You can probably hear him. On key. Look at that little Herbie cross section. Beautiful. Crunchy on the outside, soft on the inside. Armadillo. By any means, I don't want you to think that I think my life is boring and dull because I have nothing to report. It's actually very wonderful, very interesting and very beautiful, but just nothing that is video worthy maybe. it's really hard to convey the loveliness of everything I'm experiencing through the medium here. I tried to with taking photos of like the little things and little clips of food and miniatures and walks to school and things like that, but I'm not sure if it gets over in the videos enough how wonderful the simple life can be. Where are the humans, Toads? They should be home by now. They should be home, right, Pops? Where's the baby? Come in. Happy Valentine's. We having Buggy?
Yeah.
Buggy and Wingies.
And Chips. Chips.
Good morning, everybody. It is now Sunday morning, so the only clip I've taken this week really was Tuesday at Valentine's Day, where I filmed what we were eating. I have been distancing myself from the social media and also from YouTube for this little time that I've been trying to do so. So since my saying I'm going to turn YouTube off a couple of videos ago, or a single video ago, I haven't been on YouTube. I have uploaded to it for our Dungeons and Dragons games, but I haven't watched a single video on YouTube, which is incredible for me because I was watching hours and hours of content. I'm still finding it quite weird that I've managed to just kind of cut it off. Objects at the beginning, strange little hammer bead creation of a smiley little face. That's something that was made for me by Bean from over the garden wall. It won't make sense to many people as to what that is, but to me it's a really nice thing, and it's a token of love and a token of our relationship. And then the dice and the books, they're a token of my fun and joy and friends. And I do have a lot of these things. And as you can see from the picture wall behind me, we have another whole wall of objet d'art and family photos and all kinds of stuff. I think that the way my brain works is that I like to have these objects around me to reignite my brain, to remember the good parts that exist within this cerebrum, within my brain, because sometimes I get wrapped up in all of the chaos and the world and worry that you have just from being a human being, relationships between you and other human beings, the world in general, the potholes in the road, the poor public transport, whatever else it is that's nagging in your mind, and you forget the things that are beautiful and wonderful. That might just be my mindset. It might not be that way for a lot of people. Some people may be able to just always have this omnipresent feeling of love and comfort. I think I need sometimes a physical token, something in the real that will jog the memory of, or jog the feeling of goodness and self-worth and self-wealth, to be able to live a life filled with joy. Ultimately, not necessarily pleasure, but being just okay in the world. I know I say I seek to joy, but I don't have joy 24/7. Sometimes I'm washing up, and that's not always joyful, but within it there can be things that are joyful. Suds, bubbles, hot water. clean plates, the prospect of a future dinner. Think of it in different ways, give it a new light, and you've got a whole new perspective on that very dull job. I think maybe that those things are waypointers for my brain to remember all that's good in the world and bring me back to a sense of home. And home to me is a place where you're at peace,